Yo. What is up, guys? Welcome back, everybody. YouTube in the house. YouTube in the house. Yo, Sonny, Pay, Michael, what's up, y'all? Thick. Thick. Hey, we're not afraid of no chop, are we? What's good, Jake? How y'all doing? The water's choppy, but we're not worried about it. Let's get it. The water's a little choppy, but we are not worried about it. I'm copy trading 5 TPT accounts yesterday. Or sorry, today. The Apex accounts, I want to say we were close to passing them, but we weren't. But they're still on my radar. Just passed the challenge? Nice, bro. What challenge? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it though. We're about to start making some progress on these TPT accounts. I'm confident about it. I'm very confident about it. I'm locked in. We are locked in, chat. Oh, you got the 50K Top Step account pass. Nice, man. That's the best account you could possibly pass right there. You did it. That is the best possible account you could pass right there. Chat, what's the best possible account you could pass? Got to be a top 1 account, right? Yo, what's good, Brian? I'm kind of eyeing up a long on NQ right off the bat, to be honest. I know we're a little bit on the range bound side. Let's see. What's the range? What's the range today looking like? It's not bad. It's more sideways, but 160-point range from top to bottom. Not bad. We're under VWAP, but we're seeing some nice consolidation within the middle of the range. We have a lot of buy-side liquidity that was formed overnight and into the morning, up there in the 21.4s. So, yeah, I am interested in possibly taking this market long, going into the close Friday. We got like 4 or 5 hours till market close here. 15K max payout. Yeah, Alpha. Yeah, man, Alpha has some rules that I'm not crazy about. I don't know, man. Now whenever I see firms that have like some rules, I get a little skeptical now. Yep. I would like to see a push back into high a day here. 70 points. 70 points. How much realistic do you think you could make, or I could make on a 50K XFA in a month? Well, if you got $2,000 to draw down, probably aiming to make two to 500 bucks a day, just like 20 trading days in a month. Man, realistically, let's say you make a conservative 400 a day. Man, you could probably make $6,000 to $8,000 a month, bro, on 150K XFA if you're going for like if you're green every day by like 2 to 400 bucks. Yeah. That's what the math says anyways. You trade with TPT, which is worse than Alpha. Well, see, I don't think it is worse than Alpha. I think TPT gives you great leverage. I could go take a bigger payout on TPT than I could on Alpha. Tomorrow. I actually had an alpha account, but I blew it up. I was trying to trade it aggressively, try to get to that 15K payout. I had 3 accounts, so yeah, I was trying to. But I blew up. The markets haven't been that nice to us. I'm not going to lie. The markets haven't been that nice to us. 70 points from high to low. We're right in the middle of the range. Top Step live account doing? It's doing okay. It's doing okay. Kind of bleeding on that one a little bit, but bad luck over there. It's that damn daily drawdown, man. It's tough. It's hard to scale. It's really hard to scale. It seems like maybe the best thing to do is, as much as I would want to keep it, I probably will keep it, but I might take a good chunk out because it's kind of pointless to keep that much in it if I can't scale that well. You know, like I'm coming up against the wall with the live account where it's like I'm gonna have to trade micros, 15 micros max. Otherwise, I'm hitting daily drawdown too often. So if it's gonna limit my ability to scale, I'll probably keep a good chunk in there, but I'll probably take at least half out. What state you from, bro? I'm from Texas, man. We might get a low a day run here on NQ. Gold's trying to turn up. I did not like that sell-off we saw last night on gold. I thought it was a little overdone, but yeah, we're in a big range on gold as well. Let's go NQ on both. We're about to snipe a nice little NQ trade here, chat. About to snipe it. Snipe it. Yeah, so just so everybody knows, we're copy trading 5 TPT accounts. The 50Ks with discount code, if y'all want to use the affiliate link, is only, these are $100 a pop. And I had a lot of success last time I used them. Only thing is, man, I would constantly be using them, and I probably should constantly be using them. Thing is, with them, it takes 5 days to pass the eval. So like, if you get the eval, you get the pro account, take a big payout, and then you get the pro plus, which is the live account, and blow that up. It's like, I'm totally okay with blowing those accounts up if I'm taking a 15K payout, because I took a 15K payout from one account, not copy trading. So imagine if I could do 15K across 5 accounts. We're looking at like a $60,000 payout. So I'm cool to try it with these guys again. I just mentally have to remember, okay, if I have to get back into the cycle of like passing the evals, because the evals take an entire trading week to pass. Kind of tedious, but like these are accounts that have such great ROI and leverage that I should always have these on the back burner. And I should always have them on the back burner. I should always have them on the back burner. So here we go. We're going to take a full, it takes a full week to pass them, which is so tedious. But once they get passed, man, they give you crazy leverage. But yeah, I got to make the mental note to have those bad boys ready to go. Yeah, man, the copy trader is Trade Sinker. It's, there's better ones out there, I'll tell you that much. It's a little glitchy. It's a little glitchy. I don't know if it's because it's a web-based copy trader, but it's a little glitchy. If I'm at 130K in profit on my XFA, hey, my man, nice. On my XFA, will Top Step allow a 120 withdrawal on my account and leave 10K on the live account? Once I got in there, man, I thought I was at 30 winning days. I still need to have a couple winning days to take another payout. But wow, man, good for you. You should be good as long as you have a 150K XFA. You should be able to take all that into the live. But like, let's talk about how well you're doing. That's crazy, man. Nah, the Trade Sinker glitch is still glitchy. Kind of interested to see if on the hourly we leave a wick on this hourly candle. Low is 67. I mean, I could try it with a stop out under 30, excuse me. If we leave a wick here with like a lower high, I think I might want to try. Let's see if this low wants to hold. I want to see some strength off of this for like a lower high type move. Or sorry, a higher low. What am I talking about? A higher low here. Leave a nice wick. We've got about 30 minutes if that wants to flip and push back into VWAP. But I'm gonna let it show me what it wants to do. We might run down into low a day. So let's see. Really rangy today. What trade copier is better? I haven't used any, so I can't really say. I've heard good things about Replicanto. I don't really have issues with TradeSyncer, but I mean, you're gonna run into some difficulties trying to get accounts on different firms all traded together, unfortunately. $20 points off low a day here on NQ. Is anybody else just getting killed by this price action? Oh, the price action was so scammy last night, man. I was looking at it. I didn't really trade it. I was thinking about trying to get some accounts and trade them overnight. It was scammy, dude. So scammy. Like, look at this move on gold, man. We had a beautiful run up last night into the morning yesterday, up against like these equal highs. Just showed like a nice amount of strength on a breakout trade. I was trying to catch this dip, Scammy wick here, sell off. You know, flag, nice wick under sell side liquidity. Maybe we run back up to the 50s. Nah, shot in the kneecap, back down. It's just like, damn. Gold is tough. But yeah, gold's just filling out its range. It makes sense, but. All right, we might see fresh lows on NQ here. Kind of exciting. Yeah, gold was moving, just not the direction I thought it would. I think it's still respecting a pretty I think gold's still respecting a pretty strong. Yeah. Like, damn, bro. Yeah, I thought we were getting a breakout on the daily out above this range, and we just got scammed right there. Like, that's tough. That one was tough. Genuinely tough. Market's been difficult, man. It's just been so difficult. Like, look at these, too. Like, what is this shit? Look at this wick. How big is this wick here? 90-point wick. Goodbye stop losses. And then we had a sell-off out of the morning. This kind of reversed beautifully with nice volume. Thought for sure we would get a breakthrough this high. I guess you could have tried it here. Scammed down below. Now it's in a new low day. They're scamming, dude. They're scamming us. Scamming us. Yeah, no, I guess I was like a little long bias on gold. And what's been weird about it, it's not so weird because it is filling out range on a higher time frame, but like gold was moving down with NQ, which is not the most normal thing. It's not super common. But man, gold was just selling the hell off with NQ. And I was like, what the hell? But yeah. I mean, this would have to be a very convincing bounce to convince me we're not going to take low a day here. A lot of weight on that. Let's go, baby. Hello, what's good, man? How you doing? Gold's been a money printer. Yeah, dude. I wish we were back into that all-time high. The thing, oh man, gold was like, man, when gold was running into the all-time highs every day, I was stubborn about it, and I only caught on, like, I took enough losses on it trying to short it into all-time highs like a dummy. But then I finally figured it out. I was like, okay, just fucking take longs on gold, buy every single dip. And it was working out for some weeks, and I think that's what attributed to a lot of the success whenever I ran that Top Step XFA up to 150K. Is the damn gold was just booming. And it was just so easy. It was just so easy to take longs on it. You just have to rewire the brain and be like, okay, this thing is unstoppable here. Just take longs on it, tight risk. Obviously, if it dumps, don't let it just dump on you. You have to have tight risk. But yeah, it was good, man. But I only caught a percentage of that all-time high run up. I was short most of it, like a dumbass. Did you pass Apex? No, man, I didn't. No, but they're only $18 accounts. I'm still going to try, but right now we're doing TBT accounts. I'm still gonna try though, as long as that sale is going on. Woo! Okay, okay. Big selling move on NQ. 90-point sell-off on the crackdown through low a day. Goodness. Where does that leave us on the hourly? Yeah, kind of filling in the range, right? Ooh. I mean, I'm always an advocate for like how much selling pressure can we see on a Friday? What economic news could we possibly, see over the weekend? I guess there's a high chance we see some tariff news with the courts and Trump, right? But I always like to assume, not just blindly assume, but I like to assume that we don't typically free fall on Friday. But I've been proven wrong a couple times. 18 each, but $90 a month. Well, just cancel it if you don't pass. I think it's still discounted. Damn, you caught the short on NQ. Nice, brother. Nice. I wish every time we tried to short it through low day, it would just immediately deliver 90 points. But unfortunately, whenever I try to short this, it comes down, leaves a wick, and then pops me out. NQ's selling off here. Kind of interested in what gold might do. Wow. Wow, NQ's moving down. No, this is the big sell-off on a Friday. That's 200 points off that VWAP projection. 200 point sell-off on a Friday. Goodness. Ooh. Ooh. Goodness. It's Friday. It's Friday. Calm down. 210 point sell-off. Holy hell, it's Friday. Wow, we're about to crack a pretty big level here on the hourly. Ah, there's a lot of weight off this. We took all this buy-side liquidity that was accumulated on the hourly. This completely got reversed. Rejected at neckline of the range, and now it's coming down with volume. Woo! Wow. Well, at least the market's moving. It's funny how this market's moving. We'll get, even in New York session, we'll have like tight ranges, like 10-point ranges. And the next thing you know, it's a 320-point sell-off. And we're still selling off. Or sorry, 220 point sell off. We're moving. Yeah, if we try it long, we're gonna have to have a tight stop. You said 140? I don't know. This is still pretty heavy. I'm gonna be open to trying to take a scalp reversal, but it'll have to be tight. Wow. Wow, chat. Wow. We might take out 21 100s here. Good thing we're not in it yet. Just printing red. I'm going to do my best to show y'all how to take a reversal trade on sell-offs like this. 250 points off that VWAP projection. 300 points off of high a day. Massive sell-off on a Friday. Be patient, it's almost time to strike. There's the man. There's $1,000,000 skyline view. All right. I'm going to adjust the size just because the range is starting to open up. Volatility's kicking in, so I don't need to use 10 micros to make some decent profit off of that. Recommendations for solid prop firms. Yeah, man, you've got Top Step, you've got Take Profit, you got Tradeify, My Funded Futures. They're all pretty solid. One thing I will say about TradingView, if I want to get in and out of trades, I wish it would execute a little bit quicker. Like sometimes I want to pop in and pop. I don't really like having to come up to this buy button, and then sometimes I get bad fills. It's really like a click and point. You know what I mean? It could be better. I might need to upgrade my software. All right, we're getting a 30-point bounce off 80. Gonna be a little patient here. See, even on the massive, we just dumped NQ, just dumped 300 points, and gold is still not finding any strength. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Use a shift key. No, I think I need to. I think I need to upgrade to something that actually is like I can get like very quick executions on. Shift B, Shift S. It is delayed. I'm not going to deny that. It is delayed. I don't think the sellers are done yet, chat. I'm always hesitant to take this first one. I'll take the second one. I'll take the second one. See, you have the FOMO buyers here that say, I want the reversal. They get liquidated, then I get in. Then I get in after these buyers get liquidated. These buyers try to catch the knife. They get stabbed, liquidated, then I get in. Nah, you haven't missed anything, bro. This stream actually just started. Ooh. Maybe I was wrong about this. Let's see. That's a 75-point bounce. We might be wrong. You got 10 points at the drop. That's rough. What happens to orders here, man? Like, what happens to stop orders right here? When price literally gaps. What happens to the stop orders? I don't think they get filled. Being patient. Being patient, not too patient. Yesterday I was a little too patient. I had some really good setups yesterday that I didn't take. Did Trump tweet, chat? Trump's tweet talking shit about China. Trump is talking shit about China. Well, this low's holding for now. I mean, we're like almost 100 points off the lows. Yeah, I've got the top step live, bro. It won't be burnt. Somebody said TP 21,490. Hey, if we get a 21,490 today, I'd be very surprised. This move is holding though. Yeah, it might be a V shape. This move is holding. This move is definitely holding. This move is holding, chat. At the moment. It's got a nice wick on the hourly. He might live from a 9 to 5, but we're only live. Yep. Is it a V-shape, chat? 6.5 is the high. Oh yeah, bro, that's just this support on the hourly. Which at the moment we're respecting that level. Let's see if we hold this low on the retest. Yep, round 2, damn right. Let's see. Didn't take the trade. That's how it is sometimes, man. I had a couple good trades yesterday that I mean, I tried to take the trade. I put the order in. It just didn't get filled. Then it ran like 150 points lower. Although I wasn't looking for 150 points of it. A lot of traders will take a trade, man. A lot of these like influencer traders will take it. Maybe they even take a trade. I don't even know if they take the trade. But they'll like take a trade. Like say they take a trade for like a short or something. I don't even know how they trade. A lot of them trade like funky, whatever. Say they like take a trade from here to here. And then it ends up moving coincidentally 350 points lower. Or whatever the case is. And then they put their little they do this, man. I see this shit on my TikTok all the time. They do this. Where's the I think y'all know what I'm gonna say. Let me find like a fair value gap. But you know they didn't execute like that. But like since the market painted that picture, they're able to say like they do shit like this. Yo! Just caught this banger 1 to 35. If you didn't catch this shit, you're cooked. Quit trading. Give up. Join the Discord Premium. Caught this banger. If you didn't catch this shit, I don't know what to tell you. Give up. Like the 18-year-old. The 18-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, haven't been in the markets but like a couple months. Don't show any executions, but they don't show any executions, but they love to show like this. The bigger the green box and the smaller the red box, the more, you know what I mean? The more view, like, yeah, that's the hot shit. We do this shit every single day in the Discord. If you're not there, what are you doing? If you're not in the Discord catching these bangers, what the hell are you on? The green will come down so fucking low, too. The green will come down this far. All right, I want to see this low. I don't really want to see this low hold. I want to see his crack through the hourly support. Although I've already missed the selling move, so I'm a little more I'm a little more leaning towards just trading the retracement, honestly. Caught $100,000 trade today. SMT at the highs. Fair value gap, imbalance. Ripped it. Here's the Lambo. Anyways, join the Discord. Nah, bro, I'm not saying ITT is not valid. I just find it funny that like once you've been trading for a while, it's like I don't know if it's a certain niche of traders, but like it's just like an unwritten thing. Like it's not a hatred thing. It's just like an unwritten thing. Like anybody who's actually look, the younger crowd that posts like the ICT like blah 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 all this stuff. The big boxes the big boxes like this. They're catering to like their age group and it makes sense because their age group just doesn't have experience. They have no experience. This is all new to them. But anybody who's actually been trading for, you know, at least a couple years just knows it's just silly. There's a certain level of what do you say, ball knowledge that just doesn't come without being in the markets for really years. Or at least that was my experience. I could be wrong. All I know is when I was 18, 19 and I started trading, I would spend hours and I didn't just wasn't capable. I think it's a time thing. I really do think it's a time thing. But I could be wrong. You know what they say? The human species evolves mentally, physically. Maybe those 18-year-old trader gurus are really on it. I'm sure some of them are pretty good, but I think I just need to get off TikTok. Yeah, it's because ICT is like to people that have no experience in the markets, and they really sell it off like it's a secret sauce. Coming back down into the lows, might crack the hourly support. Yeah, man, hot take. I don't think a certain strategy can be I mean, strategies are great. You should have one. but I don't think that's the make or break when it comes to being a successful trader. I think it's more than that. I think it's a lot of it's mental. A lot of it's mental and disciplinary. Oh, a 19-year-old that traded live for a year straight. Oh, I've never heard of that guy. Who's that guy? Who's the guy? Who's the guy? I would be interested to see. I followed a 19-year-old that traded live for a year and made over $1 million. Yeah, who's that guy? Vito Vito Commerci. I don't know. I don't know who that is. Yeah, bro, I've got my live account. We'll trade the live account like Sunday. See, I'm gonna pull up gold and okay, yeah, gold's trying to move up higher. Okay. I want to take a long on gold for a possible break through the 20s. Stop's gonna go under this low we just put in. The NQ sell-off should support it. So I'm gonna take that trade up into VWAP. I might trim a little bit, but yeah, target would be mid 20s on that. Not the best entry, but should be fine. We'll pull. No such thing as over leveraging if you're willing to lose what you're risking. That's true. That's true. You know, time frame. I like the hourly and the 5 minute. I like the tick chart sometimes, but unfortunately, I don't have the tick chart on TradingView. Okay, we took the lows out, testing 70s on NQ. Yeah, I'm just targeting kind of this overnight range, showing to the mid 20s. I know we have VWAP up here. I would like to see continuation above it, but I will probably trim some at VWAP if we can reach into VWAP at 320, just because I know there could be resistance there. So I will trim a little bit there, try to move it to break even if we can start to run up through the 20s. And then I would like to see, I mean, if NQ continues selling off, yeah, here we go, some volume, 17s. I was thinking about getting long here on gold, but I was watching it last night, and I continued to see gold selling off, and NQ was selling off as well, and they really are typically inverses. But God, gold was selling. Gold was selling hard last night. And NQ wasn't the strongest either, but I did not like the way it was looking. So I was hesitant right here to take it long, just because I know that gold has been, like, I was watching it all last night, just bleeding. And I don't think NQ was rallying much last night, so I was like, okay, if these markets aren't respecting each other and inversing each other, I don't really want to be in it to the long side if it's not gonna go long when NQ sells. NQ looking hellish here. A little bit of rejection there. I mean, I guess that was VWAP. We didn't really tap into VWAP, but it's still at VWAP. So, looking like it's the first trade of the day. Sitting at about 150 unrealized. I want to see how this looks at VWAP here. I know we can reject a little bit of VWAP here, so I'm a little on the trigger maybe. Yeah, there's some wick there at 20s. I'm gonna go break even. We're 5 points in profit here. It might be premature, but this is kind of where I want to see gold turn up and start to trend higher on the break out of this range. Why'd you start at 12? Bro, I always start a little bit later in the day. I don't really trade the open like that. It is a little later, but I mean, I've been live an hour. I guess I came on at like 11. I said, me trading me again. Yeah. Yeah. I think he was trying to get a pop off the low. Ooh. We'll see if I regret going break even too early on this. I think he's trying to find a low here. I don't know, man. The selling seems to be off of a Trump tweet talking about. Look, we have NQ and gold moving higher here. Yeah, the sell-off seems to be off of Trump tweeting, I guess, some bad wordage towards China. Oh my God, what's happening? These candles are so bipolar. China news? What's the China news? Well, we might get stopped out here. I wanted to see this break out and run through 20s, but just no follow through. Even with NQ selling off, no follow through. Tickled the stop loss. Or the stop profit. Tickled. Man, it's funny how quickly the gold breakout can get shut down as soon as, yeah, we get stopped out here. All right, we're stopped out of gold. I might re-enter, but we're just not getting any follow through at the moment. And Q doesn't know what the hell wants to do either. These are evals, man. These are evals. This is a fresh hourly on NQ. Yeah, I'm copy trading five take profit accounts. And it's not even copy trading. This is the shit I deal with TradeSync, man. I think I need to update the gold contracts to what, Q? All right. Yeah, dude, TradeSync is it's kind of been a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. I like the idea of it, and I still use it to some success, but there's definitely some hiccups with it. Definitely some hiccups. What happened to all the accounts? What accounts are you talking about? I'm gonna try a little scalp long if NQ wants to retrace back down low 100. Gold's turning back up too. Damn. They both look good. They both look good, man. Yeah, dude, blew him up. I'm just trying to pass the evals pretty quick and blew him up. I ain't that worried about it. They weren't expensive. They're like $18 accounts, so not really that worried about it. Oh, you're talking about these? These are TPT accounts. Yeah, I was trading Apex yesterday. I'm still gonna trade them. I just trying TPT for now. Oh, it looks like you caught a pretty good move, man. NQ's turning up with some volume. Turning up with some volume. In Apex, you can make 3K in 1 day to pass. Yeah, I think on the 50K accounts. But here's the kicker with Apex. If you're going to go buy a 50K account, you should go buy the 250K account because they're the same exact price. They're running a promo where they're the exact same price. NQ's getting a lot of volume here. Lots of volume here. It didn't really offer us any pullbacks. Honestly, on this whole move, didn't really offer us any pullbacks. Here goes NQ. Yeah, dude, you should try the 250, man. They're $18, legit $18. Use the link in the description and go and put you can either put that code in or you can put save now. And they are $18 each. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about getting in on this. It just didn't really give me a pullback. If it gives me a pullback, I might get long on it. Can you get above TBC drawdown in a single day? Yeah, you can. You 100% can. You'd have to be pretty aggressive if there's risk involved in trying to do that, obviously, but you can. Once you get it funded, yeah, you can get past that drawdown in 1 day. That's what I did. I'll look for a potential dip buy if it gives me 40s. I'll take it. I don't want to miss the run up here. It's picking up volume off this low, man. It didn't really offer us any pullbacks. It just didn't offer us any pullbacks. It's 100 points off the lows. It didn't offer us any pullbacks. It's 70% long. It doesn't look bad here, man. It's off hourly support. Pretty nice buying off hourly support. But yeah, that's concerning, isn't it? I think people are more prone to go long on Fridays. What do y'all think? I think traders are more prone to go long on Fridays for some reason. $16.70 for a 250K eval. For real, man. It's a massive account for 16 bucks. Yeah, I might take a little pop off that 140 level 2, to be honest. I've got my eye on gold here. Like, the pullback is not... I mean, we've had a nice run up on NQ, but the pullback is not too aggressive with gold. So I'm still kind of eyeing that up. It's under VWAP. If we want to make another run up, I would be interested in it. Long on gold again. I'm gonna try it again. I like where we're putting support in at the 15s. I'm gonna stop it out if we break 10. But I like what I'm seeing there. For another attempt at VWAP, hopefully. Why 1 minute today? Dude, the more range bound the market is, the more I'll go down time frames, to be honest. Just passed for the first time 5 top step evals. Wow, your first time passing and you copy traded 5 of them, man. Nice. Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nice run up, gold. I want to see that go take 20s out. Another touch of VWAP. Session high is up here at 2.5. Very good, very good. So far, so good. So far, so good. If InQ could fall off a cliff here, that might help gold. Although I don't know, because they haven't really been inversing each other that well. Maybe if InQ sells, gold will sell too. I don't really know. But that is a really nice pop into the 19s. I would love to see some follow through. What is your stop? That stop loss is 6 points. It's not that large. Look at that little wick off 5-2 on NQ. And another attempted rally gets shut down by NQ's pops. That's tough. That is tough. Considering popping out of this if we just sell through 15s here. I'll just get back in if I can. Just want to see how this candle plays out. It's hard to know with gold. Like, NQ's legit selling off in gold is just not showing any level of respect to how NQ's moving. Super opposite. I might hit the bid in the 14s. If it wants to give me like 14.7, I'll hit the bid. Dude, it's crazy. It was looking so good right there. Fuck happened? All right, I added 5 more. Same stop on that wick out below the 15s. I like that. But yeah, man, it's gold has been a little tricky. I was a little hesitant to trade it just because it's been so tricky. These should be getting copy traded. Okay, they are. Nice. All right. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. Chat. One thing I will say about gold, man, is its lack of independence is a little frustrating sometimes. Like, you really can't get a good trade on gold without NQ messing it up sometimes. Was that a fox? Y'all are funny. I want to add again, I'm not gonna lie. Nope, nope, down. Look at NQ, man, just tearing ass. 30-point sell off. See, let's watch gold here because typically on NQ dumping off that level, gold would extend higher. Typically. It's not really doing much. 30-point sell off on NQ. Yeah, these are 50K TPT accounts right here, man. TPT just offers some of the best leverage. They're on par with Apex as far as leverage. Only thing that's better is they have uncapped payouts, daily payouts too. And the evals end of day drawdown. That's a big plus. And there's no activation fee. There's a lot actually. Yeah, it's like look at this candle here. 30 point downside candle. Gold is pretty stagnant. Yup. TPT is pretty cheap. No activation fee either. And the evals are, I don't want to say guaranteed, but when you put an end of day eval up against an intraday eval, it's just, you have a way better chance of passing the end of day drawdown account. Are they reliable? Yeah, bro. I got a payout, no questions asked with Take Profit Trader. No questions asked. Now, there are some prop firms that will deny you a payout. I don't want to put names out there, but top one trader just denied me a $10,000 payout. And I applied to be an affiliate with them, because I liked them up until that point. But once they denied me that payout, rules are rules. I get that, but forgive and forget, right? But for me, like, if I get denied a payout, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I don't care if maybe I'm in the wrong. I broke the rules. Maybe I'm salty. But if you deny me payout, I'm done with you. And so, I mean, I had an affiliate code. It got set up today, but no. Even if I did break the rules, I get it. Forgive and forget, but I'm salty. And so if I get denied, I'm done with you. Never going to use you again. You guys know what I mean? Like, I understand I broke the rules, but dude, you denied me. You denied me. You denied me. That's the key takeaway. That's the principle of it. Say, maybe give you a free pass, like, hey, we're going to give you this one, but just so you know, next time, hold your trades over 10 seconds. Bastard. Oh my god, I'm getting pretty fucking sick and tired of getting on the stream and then we just get stuck in a sideways market, man. This market's just been so bad. Which package of TPT is ideal to select? That's a great question, bro. Usually, if y'all are using my affiliate link, I would try to shill you the higher plan. But I'm using 50Ks. Here's the thing. The payout, usually with a lot of these prop firms, the payout cap is determined on the size of the XFA or the eval that you purchased. Their payout cap is unlimited. So it doesn't matter whether it's a 50K, a 100K, a 150K, it doesn't matter because their payout cap is unlimited. The goal with this prop firm is past the eval, obviously. That's the goal with every prop firm. But the way to use take profit is to, once you get funded, you're going to have to deal with the intraday drawdown. Getting past that intraday drawdown as quickly as possible, I feel like is key, because then you can really start to open up and trade a little more aggressively and start to really push off of that drawdown and start to, get into profits and start looking at taking payouts and getting that trailing drawdown off your back. So for me, like, I was using the 150Ks, but if the payouts are uncapped regardless, you can still use like 5-6 minis on this account, which is still a hell of a lot. It just makes, to me, it makes more sense to go the cheaper route, because there's not much benefit to really going the 150K account. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's like you're having to cover more, you're having to make more profit to get past that drawdown. Now, yeah, you have more cushion, but still, I don't know. It's one of those firms that it probably doesn't benefit you as much to go for the more expensive account. This is so sideways, dude. How do we take the entry and then just get caught in this shitty chop? Good God. I'm going to add 5 more on potentially this wick. We're just so sideways. We're just so sideways. Yeah, dude, Topstep definitely doesn't deny payouts. I don't like the prop firms that have to like say, okay, you can request a payout. Let me put somebody on the case and let me look deeply into your trading and figure out if I want to deny you a payout. Something about that's like, yeah. Are we just flatline till the close? Starting to think we might be flatline till the close. Bitcoin's good if you want to trade it. Yeah, no doubt. Bitcoin has been pretty good. Are we getting ran here? I think even if InQ sold off, I don't know if that would help my trade here at all. Nice wick. Nice wick. These markets are tortuously sideways here, man. Tortuously sideways. I want to move to stop up to that pretty dominant low that we just put in. It's a nice 3-4 point bounce off that low. If we kind of respect it and pull back above this range, I'll probably move the stop up to that low. I mean, if this candle even holds. Hey, y'all, we got 200 in here, man. Do y'all think we could run the likes up to like 50, 60, 70? I think we could. Man, they are just chopping it up. Just 30-point range is chop, chop, chop. Type of PC, it's nothing good, bro. I got like an Alienware. It's really not all that. Gold, gold, gold. You are screwing me. InQ on the 5-minute leaving wicks to the downside. Looks like it wants higher off the 40s. Gold's giving me nothing. CP you looking for? I want to see this VWAP level get taken. If we can hold off the 14s, then I want to see potentially high a day on gold. That's up at like 25. Although this market just convincing me it wants to move sideways. So I don't know if I'll see that. The big boys are all on the yachts in the Hamptons. True that, man. Just being patient right now. Waiting to get liquidated, damn it. The liquidation is upon me. Dude, you have one trade with 6-second hold with top one. Don't even want to trade on it now. Oh, you already know it's going to be rejected, huh? Those damn rules, man. Those damn rules. Why don't go to their Discord and ask a mods, or go to the live chat and say, hey, this is my account number. Where do I stand with, if I wanted to do a payout, where do I stand with this trade? I would go and I don't know what they would tell you that you don't already know, but maybe they'll be like, you're good, bro. I don't know. Tell them you're an influencer and you're gonna blackmail them if they don't pay you out. Tell them, say, hey, I've got 2 million subscribers on YouTube and I'm you gonna pay out or not? Let me know. Let me know so I know what to title this video right quick. That's true. TPT has a denied payout for me, man, and I don't really like the rules, man. Like I'm just trying to get a payout, dude. By whatever means necessary, I'm trying to get a payout. So like I don't know about no rules like that. They won't deny you the payout. No, they will deny you the payout and remove the profits. Holy shit. NQ's turning up. Just tell them you're gonna blackmail them, bro. Should work. You think about top one trader. They denied me a payout. I let's see. I have a video I'm gonna upload to YouTube just talking about that. Oh look. Wait. Yeah. No, he used the wrong thing. Hold on. I actually have a thumbnail designer working on it right now. I'm gonna upload. I'll upload that. It's like a little 5-minute video. I have the thumbnail done for it. Like he literally just sent it to me. Did you break a rule? Yeah, bro. I broke a rule. I was a bad boy. I was a bad trader. I was a bad boy. I broke a rule. Forgive me for just trying to make some fucking money. Shit's impossible enough to make money on the fucking futures market. I'm out here trying to make some money, and you would have denied me. No, I legit have a thumbnail designer working on it right now. Oh shit. You know what I mean? Gold has everything it needs to run. It just needs to run. It has everything it needs. Yeah, I made like a little 4 or 5 minute video. It was legit me. This video started like, okay, we're about to take a payout with top one. I actually said a lot of good about them in the video that I had to edit out because I look like a dummy now. But I was like, yeah, man, they pay out. They pay out a ton of money, blah, blah, blah. No hassle. And then like an hour after I requested the payout, I had to film like a second part of the video where it was like, yeah, they denied me. They denied me. I'm gonna move the stops up here. Oh, look, the stop. I wish the stop would update to the new. Like, if I add, I feel like the stop should update. Gold, fuck you. Fuck you, Gold. Fuck you. You have got everything you need to run up to the VWAP here. You're just being a pain in my ass. Oh my goodness. GG's chat. Starts to look so good. Shot down. Starts to look so good. Shot down. That's tough, man. We might still get saved, but like that's tough, man. That is tough. I mean, I've already moved the stop up. It's sinful to move the stop back down. It's sinful. I still think this has a lot of room, but it's sinful to move the stop around like that. Y'all would scold me. It would be acceptable to move it here, but y'all would scold me. We'll just stop it out just under that low. Barcoding. Barcoding. Uh, 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 uh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yo! Gold, gold, gold! Go! 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 If we reject again and come back down on my entry, I'm going to slap somebody. Can we get to Apex Buffer recklessly? Yeah, dude. I think you can. I don't know. I haven't gotten to, I'm not even at that level yet. Thing about it is, the only thing I'm taking away from you saying that is it makes you think about that one rule they have where you can't go into drawdown 30% or more of your account balance or something like that. That's the only thing that's coming to mind, because that would probably play a part if you're trying to be pretty aggressive. That might come into play. But yeah, I think you can do that. And it's the same fucking thing again. If this tweezer's back down on main tree, I'm actually fucking. I think I'm to hang it up. I think I'll hang it up. This thing's trolling me. This thing is trolling me. Look at my dumbass looking for a breakout trade in a range bound market. Kind of silly when you think about it. Back from trading after a little break. Nice, man. Breaks are needed. Breaks are needed. People don't talk about that. Breaks are needed for sure. Well, we're not getting any follow through today. It's just nothing here for us. They're dropping together. I've been noticing that, man. They're trading together. Such chop, man. Oh yeah, nice, bro. 16.7K in pass from take profit. Nice, nice. Good for you, man. Yep, I took something similar. I took a 15K payout while I was in St. Thomas. I didn't pay it. It was while I was in St. Thomas though. So once you get above buffer, it becomes end of day drawdown. Yeah, pretty much. It becomes end of day. I mean, yeah. Well, in a sense, it doesn't become end of day because it stops trailing you altogether. So it's almost nothing gets calculated in today. Really, what it becomes is a static drawdown. After you make enough profit above that buffer, it then becomes kind of like a static drawdown. So like it'll pretty much stop trailing you altogether. End of day, intraday doesn't matter. It just stops trailing at a certain point once you get past the wow, this market just blows, man. Gold is has had the setup to make this run through VWAP a couple times, and it just isn't delivering at all. Yeah, I still trade top step, man. Every time I decide to trade gold, I'm always looking at NQ over here to the left, and it's just moving so much cleaner. Like, why don't I just trade this instead? Gold is just yucky. I've noticed if gold is in a trending market, it's just not the for me. It's just not the cleanest, not the cleanest move unless it's like really trending. It's just not that clean to trade. Like even in Q, we're not really trending day to day. We're not really trending too much. We're range bound, but it still trades a lot cleaner. You know what I mean? If gold's not trending, it's just a pain in the ass to trade, unfortunately. This dude has never traded a live account in his life. Okay. I literally have a live account with Top Step. Interesting people. ABT looks good to long, dude. I might take that up, honestly. Oh wow, surprised how much gold sold off, to be honest. Or sorry, Bitcoin sold off. We are just in the most sideways market, man. I've seen your videos, losing one trade the whole month. Oh, I definitely lost more than one trade, but I only yeah, I guess I had only had one red day. But that was just a good month, you know. Trading Q, dude, I mean, bro, this is insane. This is insane. This chop is insane. It really is insane, man. Nothing in here looks good. I'm gonna buy on gold that's just dead pretty much. I mean, it's this the structure for me is what I'd like to see. It's got a nice setup. It's just not giving us any follow through. I don't have a Twitter, man, unfortunately. Look at NQ coming down here off of 215 with some volume. Thing is, gold, when NQ sells, gold sells, and it seems like when NQ pumps, gold sells, or just trades sideways. It's like, goodness. Horrible chop, man. Just horrible chop. Just horrible chop. Yeah, I just uploaded the top one video. I just uploaded it. So yeah, we got gold selling with NQ. Not good, not good. Gold's not giving me anything. Yeah, NQ's looking heavy. I wish gold would show something off of the weakness of NQ. Nothing. Trump and Elon live? That's crazy. There's no way. That's a mix up. Oh my god.
We're going to have to remember Elon as we find them, but the numbers could double and triple because many things we don't want to go out with them until we're sure. But we've found things that are
There's nothing to trade today.
unbelievably stupid and unbelievably bad. With the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon's delivered a colossal change in the old ways of doing business in Washington. Doge has installed geniuses with an engineering mindset and unbelievably talented people and computers. I actually asked Elon one time, what's their primary thing? And they have a lot of primary things, all having to do with being smart. But he said the thing that they're really the best at is working with computers so that they can't be outsmarted by somebody that's not so honest, that happens to also be good with computers, but not as good as these people. But the mindset in the senior ranks of every federal department, and it's really changed. And with Elon's guidance, they're helping to detect fraud slash waste and modernize broken and outdated systems. So as you know, we're talking about various systems and changing systems. And, sadly, it takes a long time to do that. You'll change, let's say, a system at IRS and computerize it properly where the job can be done in 1/10 the time, but it takes sometimes years to rebuild those systems. But we've started, in many cases, I will say that this has less to do with Elon, but the air traffic control systems, we're bidding out to the best companies in the world, those systems right now. They were what the previous administration was horrible what they did. They spent billions and billions of dollars, and in the end, it didn't even come close to working. They tried to hook up wire to copper, and it can't be done. and they just spent billions of dollars and just wasted money. Actually made the system much worse. So we're going to get a brand new modern system. Congress is working with us on that, and we're going to get it done as quickly as we can. But it's in the works, and once it's done, it'll be good for 30 years. But we have a system that's 48 years old and would have a modern computer hooked into a very outdated computer, and they don't hook up. I mean, they didn't hook up. So after spending billions of dollars, they turned on the system, and in never any cases, from local to countrywide, they never worked. More than 75,000 bureaucrats have voluntarily left their taxpayer-funded jobs to come out and really do the job. Countless wasteful and unnecessary contracts have been terminated, and you know that we have terminated many, many contracts, and many contracts, Elon, are right now being looked at, and it may be 6 months, it may be almost a year in some cases. We're going through procedures, we're going through courts, and we'll remember you as we announce billions of dollars of extra waste, fraud, and abuse. Just as an example, Doge canceled $101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education, $101 million, and that was just a small section of the Department of Education, $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. And the landlord never made the kind of money that he made in the last short period of time. $59 million to a hotel in New York City, $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. In Burma, does anyone know about Burma? $42 million for social and behavioral change in Uganda. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants.
Yeah, man, I'll be live Sunday night, dude, to be honest with you.
$2 billion to Stacey Abrams and her environmental movement. There was $100 in the account, and all of a sudden they found $2 billion in the account. And I assume that's being looked at. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I assume that's being looked at. Think of that, $2 billion. And then Lee will tell you there's another one over there for $20 billion being spent on another environmental credit. $20 billion, not 20 million, a lot, not 200,000, which is a lot. So think of it, in her case, you have $100, and now all of a sudden she gets hit with an infusion of $2 billion just before I take office. $20 million for Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. Nobody knows what that's all about. Nobody's been able to find it. $8 million for making mice transgender. So they spent $8 million on making mice transgender. And
Mice transgender? What?
I could sit here all day and read things just like that, but we have other things to do. So it's much, much more than just that. We're totally committed to making the Doge cuts permanent and stopping much more of the waste in the months to come. We want to get our great, big, beautiful bill finished and done. After that, we put some of this into the bill, but most of it's going to come later. We're going to have it cauterized by Congress, affirmed by Congress. In some cases, we'll make cuts. In some cases, we'll just use it in a different layer to save the money, but it's hundreds of billions.
Okay, let's see. We might get 20s here, chat. Shit took a while, but
continues to work very hard on the IRS modernization, but we're taking that over with Doge. Many of the Doge people, Elon, are staying behind too, so they're not leaving. And Elon's really not leaving. He's going to be back and forth, I think. I have a feeling. It's his baby, and I think he's going to be doing a lot of things. But Elon's service to America has been without comparison in modern history. He's already running one of the most innovative car companies in the world. You look at his factories and compare them with some of the old factories we have, and it's a big difference. And the most successful space company, and I guess in history you would have to say the largest free speech platform on the internet, etc. Yet Elon willingly, with all of the success, he willingly accepted the outrageous abuse and slander and lies and attacks because he does love our country. I know that very much. He loves our country. He comes from another country that's going through trials and tribulations, I would say. But he's all about the USA, and Americans owe him a great debt of gratitude. So I just want to thank Elon for his time.
the
Special government employee
What's his shirt say?
But it's a special
The
government.
Doge father?
For coming and helping us, and he really has changed the mindset of a lot of people. A lot of people thought, maybe we'll cut 1% or 2% or 3%. Then they said, wow, we can cut a lot more than that. And we're going to do it very surgically. We're going to continue.
Does that say the Doge father?
March. We're making America great again. When I was in Saudi Arabia, and we were in, as you know, 3 really great countries, predominantly the 3. Qatar was great, UAE was great, Saudi Arabia, incredible. Such an incredible experience to be in those 3 countries. But the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, and I must tell you, the great leaders of the other 2 that we just mentioned, they all say the same thing, that the United States is the hottest country right now anywhere in the world. And 6 months ago, we thought it was dead. It was like a dead country. And it would have been a dead country if we didn't have the right result on November 5th. There would have been a horrible, horrible situation was going on with the borders.
Looking for 20s.
Transgender for everyone, men playing in women's sports, and so much more. But they were saying the hottest country anywhere in the world. And then I played that little clip because that was one person who's respected, or 2 people, because Joe was in that one too. Joe's a good man. But that was one group of people saying something about the success of what we've done over the last 4 months. They cannot believe it. In the one case, they said they've never seen anything like it as long as they've been doing what they've been doing. They've been doing it for a long time. So I want to thank Elon for helping. And again, the United States right now is the hottest country anywhere in the world. There's no country as hot. And we're doing really well. We came, when I left, we had no wars, we had no problems, we defeated ISIS, we rebuilt our military, and we had no inflation. And when I came back, we had a lot of inflation, we had wars all over the place. We had the embarrassment in Afghanistan where we gave up billions and billions of dollars of military equipment, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, I believe. I believe that strongly. We have Russia with Ukraine. We had the attack on Israel.
Does Elon Musk choose to stand there while Trump talks for like an hour and a half? Does he choose to stand like in frame, but like there? While Trump does like a full 45-minute monologue.
We stopped India and Pakistan.
That feels like it'd be tiring.
Fighting. I believe that could have turned out into a nuclear disaster. And I want to thank the leaders of India, the leaders of Pakistan.
Chat, I have a Tesla and I'm getting rid of it because the battery on it's degrading. It's like horrible.
Shooting at each other and potentially using nuclear weapons. And they're great leaders in those countries, and they understood and they agreed. And that all stopped, and we're stopped because ultimately we can fight better than anybody. We have the greatest military in the world. We have the greatest.
Is it a power move?
We put one of them in charge of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, as you know.
Someone's telling me that we're just gonna hit resistance again, sell back off, and fill the range in.
Wiped out ISIS, completely wiped
In
out
Q's
ISIS.
moving, gold's not.
Said it would take 5 years, and we did it in 3 weeks. And that's the way we don't want to have to use our military.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna go red on this. If this trade didn't work out, we'll be back Sunday night, dude. But I'm not gonna sit and go red in a market that's just sideways.
Most of those people are staying, almost all of them.
I feel confident about breakthrough the 20 though.
You're going to see the results coming long into the future. Even a year and 2 years later, you're going to see a lot of the results, and those hundreds of billions of dollars are going to be adding up, and they're going to continue to add. It'll be interesting, really interesting to see what the final number is going to be. But again, Elon gave an incredible.
King Ranch would be sick. They're a little expensive though.
He had to go through the slings and the arrows, which is a shame because he's an incredible patriot. The good news
We're not going to be getting any truck if we can't get a damn winning trade on these accounts here.
and they really appreciate what he did. And I gave him a little special something we have here. Thank you. A very special.
I'm not going to be getting any trucks if I can't get
I have given
a run up on gold through 320.
It goes to very special people, and I thought I'd give it to Elon as a presentation.
Totally flat.
Thank you, Elon.
Would he give him a key? Is it a key to the White House?
You see the lot. The luck on this is amazing.
Large lot.
Well, let me say perhaps a few words. that this is not the end of Doge, but really the beginning. My time as a special government employee necessarily had to end. It was a limited time thing. It's 134 days, I believe, which ends in a few days. So, so that it comes with a time limit. But the Doge team will only grow stronger over time. The Doge influence will only grow stronger. It's I liken it to sort of Buddhism. It's like a way of life. So it is permeating throughout the government, and I'm confident that over time we will see $1 trillion of savings and a reduction in $1 trillion of waste and fraud reduction. The calculations of the Doge team thus far, in terms of an FY25 to FY26 delta, are over 160 billion, and that's climbing. We expect that number will probably go over 200 billion soon. So I think the Doge team is doing an incredible job. They're going to continue doing an incredible job, and I'll continue to be visiting here and be a friend and advisor to the president. And I look forward to times being back in this amazing room. By the way, isn't this incredible? Look at this incredible. I mean, it's stunning. I think the way that the Oval Office, how the president has just completely redone the Oval Office. It's beautiful. I love the gold on the ceiling.
Thank you. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's been there a long time. That was plaster. Nobody ever really saw it. They didn't know the eagle was up there, and we highlighted. It's essentially it's a landmark, a great landmark, and that's 24 karat gold, and everybody loved it. And now they all see it when they come in. So it's been good.
They are talking about gold.
The Oval Office finally has the majesty that it deserves, thanks to the president. So I look forward to continuing to be a friend and advisor to the president, continuing to support the Doge team, and we are relentlessly pursuing $8 trillion in waste and fraud reductions, which will benefit the American taxpayer. So that's it, really. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
All right.
Great job. Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, President Trump. The president mentioned that you had to deal with all the slings and arrows during your time at Doge. There's this.
Well, some of the people, some of the media organizations in this room were the slingers.
Well, so there is a New York Times report today that accuses you of blurring the line between.
Is the New York Times, is that the same publication that got a Pulitzer Prize for false reporting on the Russiagate? Is it the same organization?
I gotta check my Pulitzer counter.
It is.
So I think the judge just ruled against the New York Times for their lies about the Russiagate hoax, and that they might have to give back that Pulitzer Prize. That New York Times. Let's move on.
Okay, then
Next
President
question.
Trump, I got one for President Trump. So President Trump, Biden aides who used to work here are in talks with Republicans in Congress to go and testify about what they did or didn't do to possibly conceal President Biden's decline. Do you think that Dr. Jill Biden should also have to come in and testify about what she did or didn't do?
Well, I hate the concept of it. It's the wife of a man who was going through a lot of problems, and everybody that dealt with him understood that. And I guess it came out during the debate loud and clear. That was the biggest signal of all. They have to do what's right. The country was there was a lot of dishonesty in the election, as you know, 2020. That's been now caught. People understand it was a rigged election. And when you go further out, when you see the auto pen, I mean, I think the auto pen is going to become one of the great scandals of all time, because you have somebody operating it or a number of people operating. Because I knew Joe Biden. Joe Biden wasn't in favor of opening up borders, letting 21 million people into this from prisons and mental institutions and gang members. He wasn't into that at all. And who signed these orders, proclamations, and all of the different things that he signed that set our country so far back, that was so bad for our country.
With the auto pen, how would it work? Like, we're in the Oval Office right now. If there was a group of rogue staffers that worked for you who wanted to advance a bill or an executive order without your knowledge, how could they do it? How do they go
Well, it's very
behind the
hard, because
president's
I'd
back?
read your newspapers or your media the next day, and I'd say, well, I didn't approve that, and I would find it. I mean, they wouldn't get away with it for long, because I'd say, I never signed that. Who the hell signed that? Auto pens to me, are used to sign letters to people, because we get, I think they said 20,000 letters a week, and you like to be able, when somebody takes the time to write a letter, it's nice to sort of write back. And auto pens are meant
Chat, we are very obviously in the wrong market.
for tax cuts or borders, anything having to do with the border, which is so important. And
INQ's trending a little bit. Still kind of sideways, but we're in the wrong market here. We're in a sideways market.
I knew nothing about, and who the hell signed this? So I almost never used the auto pen. In fact, yesterday I was signing about 81, I think it was 81 proclamations and statements to people that I think should be signed by us. I think when you write letters to foreign dignitaries or presidents or prime ministers, you should be signing those letters, not done with auto pens. I understand he signed almost everything with an auto pen. It's a very dangerous thing. It really means you're not president. Whoever operated the auto pen, and we think we know who that is, and it was actually more than one person, but that's not what the presidency is all about. I hardly used it.
Are you going to reinstate the tariffs on China? You said that they violated the agreement with the U.S.
Well, they did. They violated a big part of the agreement we
God.
made. You know, if you read that whole statement, I was very nice to them. I helped them because they were in trouble with the stoppage of a massive amount of business. But I'm sure that I'll speak to President Xi and hopefully we'll work that out. But yeah, that's it.
I'm back in it.
Yeah, please.
President, can you give us an update to the latest ceasefire agreement that Israel has agreed to, but Hamas is still considering?
Well, they're very close to an agreement on Gaza, and we'll let you know about it during the day or maybe tomorrow, and we have a chance of that. And I think we have a chance of making a deal with Iran also. They don't want to be blown up. They would rather make a deal, and I think that could happen in the not-too-distant future. That would be a great thing if we could have a deal without bombs being dropped all over the Middle East. That would be a very good thing. They can't have a nuclear weapon. We want them to be safe. We want them to have a very, very successful nation. Let it be a great nation, but we can't have that. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. And I think we're fairly close to a deal with Iran.
Mr. Moss, a question for you.
Yeah, please.
You said just now that you look forward to being a friend and advisor to the president. So do you expect to continue advising the president and Doge informally, or are you going to sort of shift your focus entirely to your companies?
Well, I expect to continue to provide advice whenever the president would like advice.
I hope so.
I mean, yeah, I expect to remain a friend and an advisor, and certainly if there's anything the president wants me to do, I'm at the president's service.
Mr. Moss,
On Doge, you said that there was $1 trillion promise for cuts from Doge.
Yes, I think we do expect over time to achieve the $1 trillion.
But what have you found in your time here was the biggest roadblock to getting those cuts? Was it the cabinet, or was it Congress, or something else? What was the biggest roadblock from your work?
It's mostly just a lot of hard work. It's really not any one person or Congress. It's going through really millions of line items and saying just.
Well, Chad, we've taken 2 trades on gold that are pretty much just break even.
Obviously, at times when you cut expenses, those who are receiving the money, whether they're receiving that money legitimately or not, they do complain. And you're not going to hear someone confessing that they received money inappropriately. Never. They're going to always say that they received money appropriately for an important cause. Naturally, that's what you'd expect. So we just have to. It's just a lot of work going through the vast expenses of the federal government and just really asking questions. What's this money for? Are you sure it's actually being used well? Many times we can't even find anyone who defends it. So for a lot of the expenses, there is actually no defender at all. And then we have to just work through the process of stopping the spending, where there's often literally no defender. Nobody even knows why the money's being spent. It's truly absurd. I mean, we find situations where there are millions of software licenses with 0 people using them. 0. Exactly. This is the quizzical expression. You're like, surely, if there's millions of software licenses, someone should be using them. No, and then we've got to go through the process of saying, okay, look, if no one's using the software, we need to terminate this software license agreement. That's everywhere in the government.
Mr. Musk, what do you think would be easier, colonizing Mars or making the government efficient?
It's a tough call, but I think colonizing Mars and making life multi-planetary is harder. And as I said, we do expect to achieve over time the $1 trillion of savings. We can't do it in like a few months, but if you say by I think the official end of Doge, which the president may choose to extend, is the middle of next year. Say by the middle of next year, with the support of the president and Congress, could we achieve $1 trillion of savings? I think so. We're on track to do so.
Do you have faith that Congress is going to?
Thank you, Mr. President. You had mentioned earlier in the week that Doge had become a whipping boy, and as the president mentioned, you went through a lot to go through this process.
Yes.
Was it worth it for you, and what would you change?
Yes, so what we found was happening was that if there were any cuts anywhere, then people would assume that was done by Doge. And so we became like essentially the Doge boogeyman, where if so any cut anywhere would be ascribed to Doge.
I like how gold's holding support, even though NQ's pretty much ran 200 points off the lows.
Internships with legal
I
internships
still
with the
like
Senate.
the potential
And we
breakout
had
above
really
VWAP.
good
NQ and gold are both at
kind of
VWAP,
just
but
not to the
gold's still holding its own. Even
So,
though NQ's running 200 points, I still like this setup.
It just became a bit ridiculous where
Just waiting on the break.
Any cut anywhere was somehow Doge, and including things that made no sense, and we would agree made no sense. There are many things that occur in the government because it's the banal evil of bureaucracy. It's sort of the frankly largely uncaring nature of bureaucracy. It's as the great Milton Friedman said, money is spent most poorly when it is someone else's money being spent on people you don't know, and that's how federal spending is. And then you can't really even blame the individuals because the way the government works is complaint minimization. So when you do try to, when someone within the government tries to stop that money being spent, there's usually someone that complains. And then their manager will say it's not worth the trouble, just pay it anyway. That happens over and over again.
So was it
Mr.
worth
Buda?
it?
I think it was an
Yeah.
important
Thank
thing.
you.
I think it was a necessary thing, and I think it will have a good effect in the future.
Thank you, President Trump.
Peter?
This week, there was a video on board a plane that showed the First Lady of France slapping her husband, Emmanuel
saw
Macron.
that.
Do you have any world leader to world leader marital advice on those phones?
Make sure the door remains closed. That was not good. That was not good. No, I spoke to him, and he's fine. Too. They're fine. They're two really good people. I know them very well, and I don't know what that was all about, but I know them very well, and they're fine.
Bro, imagine being like, imagine being a world leader, like the top of control, and you getting slapped around by the wife.
$20 million to study how to speak to American men.
Well, you know, they spent.
We've been
2.8
sideways for 3
billion.
hours.
We spent 1.5. We spent much less. We spent about half of what they spent, and at the end they were $28 million short. They had to be. They spent 2.8 billion. It's a lot, but they couldn't get 28 million at the end, and now they want to spend. I read that they want to spend money to learn how to talk. That's fake. You don't want to be fake. You shouldn't have to hire consultants to say what America needs, because then the consultants should be running the deal, not them. But I read that they want to spend a lot of money in each state. So we won all 7 swing states, 7 out of 7. We won a lot more than that. We won the popular vote. We won everything, and they want to spend money to find out what they did wrong. And I mean, I could tell you what they did wrong. I could tell you every one of their programs when they say men playing in.
Nightbot forgives you.
Not a winner. When they say transgender for everybody, I think that's not a winner. When they say open borders so the entire world population of criminals can pour into our country, I don't think that's a winner. I mean, I just gave them that for free, but I don't know if they'll change their ways. I see them all the time. I see people that I know in Congress, Democrats, they're trying to justify some of the things I just said. You can't justify them. I always hear they're 80-20 issues. I say they're not 80-20, they're 97-3. They might be 99-1. They're not 80-20. They wish they were 80-20. And they're wasting a lot of money if they're going to continue with that nonsense.
And this one's a little bit more of a page 6 question, but back when you hosted The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of, that relationship busted up from what I read. I don't know, he didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. You know, it's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So I can't, it's not a popularity contest. So, I don't know, I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Mr. President, on the big beautiful bill, would you like to see the Senate build in some support for your tariffs on the big beautiful bill, or should that be a standalone bill?
I have great support on the tariffs. I mean, I was so honored that we got that ridiculous stay lifted, because that would have taken away presidential power. It would have taken away everything that was granted by the founders. It would have been a terrible thing. And it would have, most importantly, would have left us vulnerable. We have a lot of countries that use tariffs on us and use them viciously, actually, viciously. And if we didn't have the power to use tariffs on them, and instantly, not when you go back to Congress and try and get hundreds of people to agree on something, that would take months to get just one simple proclamation. If we didn't have the power to counteract their powers, you wouldn't have a country left. We have to act fast. We have to be fast and nimble, as they say. And that was a really great
Gold. Now or never.
I think yesterday
Now or
when
never.
that stay was lifted. And hopefully now we'll go to court and just win that battle. Because if we don't have the power to do what they're doing to us, we are going to be a great nation no longer.
Elon Musk was once idolized by folks on the left in this country before joining your administration. Now he's considered a hero by conservatives. Why do you think this man, what he's done in American life, has been so politicized? Does it only have to do with you?
His life has been amazing. I mean, I look at so many different things. I look at that rocket being, guided back into position. I've never seen that before. I thought it was a space movie. I thought it was a movie. You look at what he's done in terms of communication. It's been unbelievable. So many different, even tunnels going underground, not having to go through all the process of going, he's got a company that does that. He's got so many different companies. Starlink, as an example. He saved a lot of lives, probably hundreds of lives in North Carolina. I don't even know if you remember, but I called you. They needed Starlink in North Carolina. And I didn't know what the hell Starlink.
This is why I use VWAP, everybody. Look at InQ reacting at
VWAP here.
VWAP
Elon Musk? I said, I happen to know the gentleman. This was before his government stay. And they said, we really need it, because North Carolina was literally became an island. It was, people had no communication. They had no access to anything, and they were dying. And I called up Elon, and you can't get it because it's so successful. It's very hard to get. And he had so much of it brought over there, and they told me it was unbelievable. It saved a lot of lives. So, he's just done a lot of things. I don't think he gets credit for what he's done. But he's a very good person, too. You know what? If he wasn't a good person, but he did the same things, I'd probably maybe speak differently. He happens to be a really good person who loves the country.
Mr. President, on the one big beautiful bill, you had indicated this week that there were some things you didn't like about what had passed in the House. What changes do you want to see the Senate make? And you had also indicated there were things you didn't like about the bill. What would you be suggesting he push senators to change in their version?
Well, I'll tell you, I'll go first. It's an unbelievable bill. It cuts your deficits. It cuts, it's a huge cutting. But there's the things I'd like to see maybe cut a little bit more. I'd like to see a bigger cut in taxes. It's going to be the largest tax decrease or cut in the history of our country. I'd like to see it get down to an even lower number. I was shooting for a slightly lower number. I would have liked to have done that. But with all of that being said, when you look at the tax cut and the fact that the original tax cut, which made us so successful, we had the most successful 4 years in the history of our country, the economy, and this is going to be even better. And you see that by the reports that came out just yesterday or tonight. I guess they were released this morning at 8 o'clock. You see the kind of numbers where somebody that's a pro is like, whoa, I haven't seen numbers like this since I've been doing this.
I don't want to say anything.
You know,
I don't want to
these
jinx
are,
it, but
human emotions
now or never.
Professionals that have never seen numbers like, and we've just started. The bill is a great bill. It's going to be jiggered around a little bit. It's going to be negotiated with the Senate, with the House. But the end result is it extends the Trump tax cuts. If it doesn't get approved, you'll have a 68% tax increase. You're going to go up 68%. That's a number that nobody's ever heard of before. You'll have a massive tax increase. If it does get approved, you'll have a large tax cut, the largest we've ever had. When you add the past tax cuts that we got you, the Trump tax, they call them the Trump tax cuts. It's an amazing bill. It does amazing things. With all of that, it's going to be adjusted a little bit over the next coming weeks, and I think it's going to be passed. The Republicans want to pass it. With all of the great things it does, including an extension of debt, it's the extension. We have to extend the debt. If we don't extend debt, we're in default. Now, the Democrats might like our country to be in default, but in 250 years, we've never been in default. That was handed to them by a very well-meaning man that gave it to them because he thought it was the right thing to do. It could have been their problem before the election, but this man thought it was the right thing to do, and he was well-meaning. I don't hold anything against him for that, but that was put on our plate when it should have been on the Democrats. September 28th, a famous date. It should have been taken care of by the Democrats, but this person, a man of power, gave it to us so that in June that comes due. Well, we have to take care of that because if we don't take care of it, we have a country in default, and we don't ever want to have a country in default. You know, I'll tell you, a certain senator, Elizabeth Warren, said that she would never, ever allow a default on our debt. She would never let it happen, and she would like to get rid of the debt ceiling, what's called the debt ceiling. I call it the debt extension because we really need an extension, that she'd like to see that gotten rid of. And there are many people that agree. Many Democrats agree with that. But we gave that through, and you know, I don't want to say an error. He did it well-meaning. They gave that to us. It was a Democrat problem just before the election. Would have had a huge impact on the election. And to our benefit, we won anyway, but to our benefit. But felt that really for the good of the country, we should extend that. But Elizabeth Warren and various other people would like to see that, her whole career she wanted to see it terminated, gotten rid of, not being voted on every 5 years or 10 years. And the reason was because it's so catastrophic for our country. And I always agreed with her. That was one thing I agreed with her on. Now, I haven't spoken to her, but I would say that if you asked her that question now, she'd say, no, it's their problem. But it's a very unfortunate situation. It's a very unfair situation. And she happened to be right on that. It should be gotten rid of, or it should simply be extended. But that's one of the things that gets taken care of in this bill. That automatically gets extended for a 4-year period, and it should be. But I agree with Elizabeth Warren on that. I think you should get rid of it. It's too catastrophic. Yeah, please, go ahead.
What message do you like to send to international students? Are they still welcomed to study in the United States? And one question for Mr. Musk.
To students? Well, we want to have great students here. We just don't want students that are causing trouble. We want to have students. I want to have foreign students. I think Harvard, you know, it's close to 31%. That's a lot. Our country's given $5 billion plus to Harvard over a short period of time. Nobody knew that. We found that out. I wouldn't say that was a Doge thing, but we found that out over a period of time. That was sort of a Trump thing. We ended up in litigation for other reasons because they're very anti-Semitic. And in finding out and in going through the books, we found out that the country gave them $5 billion plus, much more than that actually. and we're having it out with them, and let's see what happens. I think we have a very good, well, it's a very sad case. It's a case we win. We can't lose that case because we have the right to make grants. We're not going to make any grants
Torture
like
chat.
that. But I don't think Harvard's been
yeah,
acting
it's GG's.
very.
We'll see y'all Sunday
I think
night. I
Columbia
mean,
wants
that's
to get to the bottom of the problem. They've
there's
acted
just nothing
very
here,
well.
man.
And there are other
If this gets
institutions,
stopped,
too, that
I'll
are
see
acting, but
y'all
Harvard's
Sunday
trying to
night.
be a big shot. And
We will be
all that
0
happens
for
is
3 pretty
every
much. Break
3
even.
days we find another $100
Break
million
even,
that
but
was
still 0
given.
for 3.
Last 2 days ago we found $200 million
Just no follow through.
more. The money's given
This
to
can
them
set
like
up as much
gravy.
as it wants, but
I'd
if it's
like
not
to
gonna
see
break,
the
it's
money
not
go
gonna
to
break, you
trade
know?
schools, where people
So
learn
that's
how
about
to
all I
fix
can do.
motors and engines, where people learn how to build rocket ships. Because somebody
Obviously
has
in
to
the
build
wrong
those
market.
rocket ships.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see trade schools
NQ's
set up,
moving
because you
really
could take
well.
$5
Gold,
billion
not so
plus
much.
hundreds of billions more, which is what's spent. And you could have the greatest trade school system anywhere in the world. And that's what we need to build his rockets.
Just sat here for
and
3
robots
hours while
and
this
things
thing
that
moves
he's doing,
sideways. It is
and
frustrating,
to build lots of
but
other things. And I went to
can you
school
do?
with people.
I think we
In
might
some
look at
cases, they
maybe
weren't
not
good
trading
students,
gold during New
but they
York.
could
It just
fix the
never
engine of a
seems
car
to.
better than anybody I've ever
Like, it'll
seen.
get a
They
move
could
maybe
take
out of
it
the
apart
open.
blindfolded. They had an ability
But man,
to that.
intraday, it is just
And they
so
did very well. They
sideways.
made a lot of money. It's a very skilled job. It's great.
So sideways
But I'd like to
intraday.
see a lot of money going into trade schools. I've always felt that, and we probably found our pot
Maybe
of
this
gold,
leaves a
and
nice wick
that's
in Pop's
what's been,
20s, and we can get it right here.
wasted
As I'm
at
bad mouthing
places
it.
like Harvard, and the money's been wasted. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I wanted to ask quickly, Mr. Musk, what is your eye okay? What happened to your eye? I noticed there's a bruise there.
Well, it wasn't. I wasn't anywhere near France, so. But.
What does that mean?
No.
I didn't notice his eye.
First lady of France.
Getting slapped. You know.
I didn't notice.
So, yeah, no, I was just horsing around with Lil X, and I said, go ahead, punch me in the face, and he did. Turns out even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
That was X that did?
Yeah.
X could do it. If you knew X, he
I
could
saw his
do
mom
it.
right now.
Mr.
But I didn't really feel much at the time, and then I guess it bruises up. But I was just horsing around with the kids.
I didn't
basically.
notice it, actually.
President Trump, I got
He
one.
told his
I
son
know that
X
you
to
try to
punch
stay
him
pretty
in the
neutral
face.
because not your war.
What the
But
hell?
as you
And by the way, not my war. I just want to solve the problem for people. This was not a war that was going to happen if I were president.
right, and so not your war, but as you try to fix it, and as you survey this hellscape of the Ukrainian front lines,
It's horrible.
and you and your team deal with a very stubborn Vladimir Putin. Do you
And
look?
Zelensky.
Yeah.
But do you look at this
Very
conflict
stubborn Zelensky, too.
any differently now? Like, do you look at this and see Putin as the good guy or the bad guy?
So I've known him very well, and I went through a lot of things with him because Russia was, the Russia hoax turned out to be a total hoax. New York Times, they got a Pulitzer Prize. They have to give back the Pulitzer Prize. That's my lawsuit, and they're doing very poorly in that lawsuit. But they wrote stories about how it was true and it was false, and a lot of Washington Post also. I have gotten to see things that I was very surprised at. Rockets being shot into cities like Kiev during a negotiation that I felt was maybe very close to ending. We were going to solve a problem, and then all of a sudden rockets got shot into a couple of cities and people died. I saw things that I was surprised at, and I don't like being surprised. So I'm very disappointed in that way. With that being said, I'd like to see it end. 5,000 people, I think the number's even more than that, but 5,000 people a week are being killed. Mostly soldiers, but also people that live in little cities and towns throughout Ukraine. And I'd like to see that stop.
And I asked Caroline this yesterday, but I want to ask you directly. So many of the things that you're trying to do are held up in court right now. If the courts are going to have so much influence over U.S. policy, do you wish you would have just become a judge instead?
Yeah, well, look, it wasn't meant to be that way. If you look at the founders, the president had certain powers, and you have your three groups.
That
and
was maybe the most
supposed to be
torturous
pretty equal
2 hours of my
powers.
life.
But you can't have a
There's
judge
nothing
in
here to trade,
Boston
unfortunately, chat.
running
Sorry that
foreign
we bored the hell
policy
out of y'all with this stream.
places all over the
That wasn't the
country
goal.
because he is,
That wasn't
he's
the
got
goal.
a
Maybe I need to
liberal
come on a
bent,
little
or he's a
earlier in the
radical
morning,
person.
but it's
That's
just
what
been
the
sideways
executive
pretty
branch is
much. I
for.
mean, NQ's been
You
a
have
little
checks and
better,
balances, But we had millions of people pour
But
into our
yeah,
country.
it's
many,
trading
many
and trading.
criminals
Gold,
poured into our
trading
country.
gold
Murderers,
here in New
murderers,
York, anything after a
mental
couple hours after the
institutions
open,
from all
starting
over
to
the
look
world
like
being
something that
emptied
I'm
out
not going to
into
be
our
interested in
country.
because there's just
And if we
nothing
don't get them
there.
out and get them out quickly, we're gonna could lose your country very easily.
Pretty disappointing session.
That
Super
anybody
boring.
would allow this to happen to our country.
Trust me, I
You
don't
know,
want
with
to
all
leave
other
y'all like
things, We
that.
took over inflation, we took over some wars, we took over a lot of problems that didn't exist when I was president. None of it existed. We wiped out ISIS. Other than that, we had no wars. Putin was never going to hit Ukraine. Israel would have never been attacked.
Yeah, AQ was way better.
That
I just was, I got stuck in the wrong market.
As you know,
I was
Iran
already
had
in a
no
trade
money.
on it. Just thought
They
I'd
didn't
let
have
it
money for
try to play
Hamas,
out.
They didn't have money for Hezbollah. They had no money whatsoever. That
Just
wasn't
never-
going to
never
happen.
worked
All
out.
of these things that happened weren't going to happen. You wouldn't have had inflation. So it's very sad when I came back. But the thing that is the hardest is that they allowed 21 million people into our country, and many of those people are
Shorting NQ,
stone-cold
really.
criminals. They moved their criminal population into the United States, and of all the things that are bad, I solved inflation, I believe, already. I got the fuel prices down. The fuel prices came down. That's one of the reasons. They screwed up the energy. They screwed up the cost of gasoline and oil.
Yeah, NQ doesn't look great under
gas.
60s.
And you had tremendous inflation. The greatest inflation probably
Possible
in the
short
history
back
of
into
our
the
country under
20s?
Biden. And when people said, "Oh, but the economy was no, the economy was terrible for the people because."
Yeah,
they
I mean,
couldn't
gold's
afford
not
the
doing
energy,
anything
and the
wrong
energy
that
brought everything
invalidates
else
the
up.
trade. I
Energy is
just
the big deal.
I don't enjoy
with all
going
of
red
that,
in a sideways
We solved
market.
that already. In 4 months, we solved it.
It still looks good. I mean,
$1.99,
it's you
$1.98
got a
gasoline.
nice little
First time
flag
people have
here.
seen that
It's
in a long
making
time
higher
since my
lows.
term.
Probably
But
still does break
the
out,
hardest
but
thing to solve is millions of people
I
pouring into
I
our
really
country,
do not
many
like
of
going
whom are
green to red,
criminals,
red to
because remember,
green,
these countries
right
are
back to
smart.
red.
Their leaders are very
know.
street smart. They're sending the people that they don't want. They don't want the people that
Really
are
don't enjoy
there,
that.
that are law-abiding, that are productive, that are working hard. They want people that are in jails. We have them. They allow them to come in. And I always look to the other side, like, why would somebody do something? In business, I try and study, why would they want to do this? Why would they want to sell it? Why would they want to buy it? One thing I can't figure out is, what would an administration, what were they thinking when they allowed millions of people from prisons all over the world, not just from South America, Venezuela, all over the world, from the Congo.
God, as much as I hate to
Africa.
do it, dude, I want to get back in.
Hundreds of people, thousands of people from the Congo, rough prisoners, from Asia, from Europe, rough
Last
parts
try.
of Europe.
Actually last
Why would
try.
they allow them to
I
come
wouldn't
into
keep
our
trying
country?
it if I
Why
wasn't
would they
managing
do
it
that?
well. I've been managing
It's
it
the one thing
well.
I
Like
can't figure out.
I've been getting pretty high entries, but I'm still
I
break
don't
even.
believe it's
I've just
like
been
that. I really don't.
flat on it.
Look, he's
Gave it a
been
couple-
sort
gave
of
it a couple
moderate
tries,
person
just
over his
flat on it.
lifetime. Not a smart person, but a somewhat vicious person, I will say.
I'm gonna give it
Don't
one
feel sorry
more
for him. Don't
try,
feel
then
so
I'm
sorry
done.
'cause he's vicious. What he did with his political opponent and all of the people that he hurt a lot of people, Biden. And so I really don't feel sorry for him, but he wasn't a person that would allow murderers to come into our country. He wasn't a person that was in favor of transgender.
Look at
for
NQ turning
anybody
up
that
off 60s.
wanted it, take kids out of families, et cetera, et cetera. So I just don't understand why a thing like this, how a thing like
Maybe I
this
could
could
just
have been
scalp
allowed
it.
to
Like
happen.
as we come
Very
up,
sad.
if I assume we're gonna push off the highs of
Very
this range, I
sad,
can just
very
take
sad
it
for
off,
our
re-enter,
country.
take it off.
If I could add
Pardon?
something,
Can I
Go ahead.
which is,
Pardon?
I think the fundamental moral flaw of the left is empathy for the criminals and not empathy for the victims. Empathy for the criminals, but not empathy for the victims. And there's been way too much of that. That needs to stop. To the president's point, there's been immense judicial overreach that is unconstitutional. That was never intended. And it's undermining the people's faith in the legal system. It needs to stop. It's gone too far.
Mr.
And
Musk,
just today, we had, just a couple of hours ago, we had a great decision from the Supreme Court, thank goodness, that was very important.
Yeah, you
We
got
had
the
two
right idea,
important
scalping
decisions
it.
Yesterday on the tariffs.
Sell it
because,
off at
again, we have to be able
VWAP,
to
buy
fight
it back, sell it off, buy it
fair
back.
fight with other countries. How
Every time I do that, though,
we
I
have
always
to
think
be
to
able
myself,
to
oh, I'm gonna miss when
use
it actually
tariffs
does
to
break
fight
out. I won't
people
be in
that
it.
use tariffs on us. I mean, if we didn't have that power of tariffs, we would economically be destroyed as a country because they will destroy us. Other countries will destroy us with unchecked tariffs. We can check them when we have the use. They tried to take that power away from us. And if you take that power away, we're not going to have a country. We won't have an economically viable country. But it's very important on immigration that we be able to get people out without having to go through a long court case. I mean, it was up to some of these judges. Every single
They try to
these
sell
millions of people,
NQ through 60,
millions of
stop
people,
out above the highs.
criminals, prisoners that were let go from jails because they save a fortune when they do. They brought them into the United States. You know what they're
Looking for a
saving?
crack through
The money
60
they're
here.
saving? But some of murders, it's very
Yeah, scalping
important
gold
we
would have
get
been the
those
move
people
for
out of
sure.
here fast, bring them
For
back
sure.
to their country where they belong. And those countries take them because if they don't take them, they have to go through the wrath of the United States, and they take them. But we have judges that don't want that to happen, and it would be
Elon
it's
is
a
still
terrible
standing
thing.
next to Trump.
The,
He's been
that's
standing
going through
for
the court
hours.
system right now, that whole situation. But when ICE and with Border Patrol, they've done an incredible job. When they do this incredible job, and they capture 100 killers and drug dealers, and we can't keep them for years here as we go through trials. We have to get them out rapidly, and we know who they are. We know who they are, and we're very careful about who they are, but we have to get them out rapidly, or again, we're not going to have a country, okay? Maybe one or two more. Go ahead.
Are you concerned that tariff may also affect companies like Tesla, which has parts manufactured abroad? And this is also to you, Mr. Musk.
Well, he's going to end up building his whole car here. I mean, I thought he built his whole car. Pretty much he does. He's got incredible factories, and like I looked at one in Texas. It's unbelievable. No, all of the manufacturers will build their parts here too. I mean, I
Gold's
used to bother
sketching
me.
up
They
on
make
20s.
A part in Canada.
I don't want to get
a
too
part in
excited, but
Mexico,
damn.
A part in Europe, and it's sent all over the place, and nobody knew what the hell was happening. I think it's ridiculous. You build a car, make it in America, and I gave them a little leeway on that.
Shot down again.
Gave them some leeway.
Ugh.
But over the next year, they've got to have the whole thing built in America. That's what we want. We want America to buy American-built cars. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
How was your meeting with Jerome Powell?
Thanks, guys.
Good meeting.
Thank you, guys.
It was a good meeting.
Are you considering
Thanks,
pardoning
guys. Keep going, keep
George
going, keep going. Thank you.
This is crazy horrible price action. Do, 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 do. I added into gold. What do we got? An hour till close? Probably get stopped at an NQ right here, running back through the highs. Yes. keep breaking out above 300. Pretty much back into this morning's range. It's a massive bounce. 260 point bounce or something. It's a 90% code on Apex. It's you can use all caps save now. But if you're gonna do it, use my link. Is Apex good? I mean, they definitely have cheap accounts and, you know, the ability to scale up and use leverage for sure. Heard they deny a lot of payouts. I think if you follow the rules, they probably won't. But yeah, no, they have denied payouts. It's definitely a fact. Can't deny that. Can't deny that they deny. Bearish SMC on it. I have no clue, man. I think it probably just follows. It probably just follows trend up and closes in this range, but it's just been on a heater and there's not really been a lot of pullback. Bulls have pretty much had it since noon, a little bit before noon. Nice rally on NQ. I'm just waiting for this potential pop on gold through 20s out above VWAP. It's coiling nicely. I've been waiting on this move. Haven't gotten it yet. Yada yada yada. Hourly close, yeah, dude. This gold candle hourly's got to be closing mad bullish, right? Yeah, back at the highs. They look a lot alike. Look at NQ and gold today. They look so similar. So similar. They both kind of had a morning sell-off and then a rally back into the morning range. They are damn near identical. I'm gonna try, let's see. Try to sell off these highs. Stop. I'll have a very tight stop at about 308 before I move back down into the 90s, 80s. And then if I can get this candle flip red and extend low 90s, I'll go break even pretty quick if I can get that. And then, yeah, so that flips red, kind of flipped red, now back to green. 97 needs to break. 97 needs to break. Nothing. Yeah, gold's coming down with some weight now. It's getting cooked today, man. It's flipping red, but price isn't holding. Yeah, gold's coming down now. Rip, bro. Holy shit. That's tough. We might blow up on these, I'm not gonna lie. I'm in my head with this gold trade, fully convinced. Fully convinced. You think Inky's bullish now? Yeah, Inky's been bullish. What happened today? I've been trying to hit gold longs, and I just keep getting stopped out, break even. Nothing is really coming out of it. That's pretty much all that's happened today, to be honest. Couple long entries on gold that just didn't play out. Take a break or walk. Yeah, you're right, but I mean, can a beginner apply for the trade? Yeah, man, you can. They probably prefer beginners. No, that's their model. They if you are a consistently profitable trader, you can use prop firms, and it gives you, really great opportunity to use the firm's capital and prove you can trade and get payouts from them with very little, fiscal risk. But yeah, the bulk of their money is made by people buying and filling the prop firm challenges. Yeah, I hear you, Poppy, bro. I'm in that boat, a good amount of the time with you. Everybody, even the best traders blow up. Even the best traders blow up. Chat, if this breaks 20s and runs, this might be the damn trade that saves all. This might be the damn trade that saves all. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Need to see gold above 20 here. Wow, look at NQ, man. What a rally. What a rally, man. 260 points off the lows. Gold looks good as well. We got it. I believe. And shot down. That has been, I mean, if this doesn't go, I've just seen it so many times today. This 1920 level gets tested and then just shot down. It's very frustrating. Because it can't look much better. How much did you lose today? Bro, we're pretty much break even, to be honest with you. God, NQ is running. Look at NQ go. 270 points. I tell you what, man. Watching NQ to the left have a 300-point rally that I didn't partake in, and then just I'm over here with gold just going sideways as all hell. It's tough. It's not. I'm not gonna lie. It's tough. I mean, we're just bored as hell right here. I be tripping. I be on one. Goodness, NQ. Good for you. Good for you, NQ. Not gonna lie. Good for you. I'm not worried about it. I'll get my nut. I'll get my nut. You missed boat longs in short NQ? Yeah. Yep, I didn't really hit much of that. Sometimes I'll have days like that where I was kind of in the gold trade. I was kind of in the sideways gold trade that I was waiting for a breakout on that never came. Thought you ended stream, dude. I was close. I'm still. I mean, we might as well hold into the close, right? Shit. What a pamp with NQ though. What a pamp. I mean, a certain part of me is like, I'm seeing NQ run up a tremendous amount, which notoriously would be bad for gold, and it still might be, but gold is really holding a very tight range up here under VWAP. I want to say that's a good sign for me. You know, like gold's still holding a pretty strong support here at the moment, even though NQ's running like a madman. Now look, obviously I was in the wrong market today. But still looks good. NQ might go close above these highs here. Session high is 400 on NQ. If it wants to go try. Holy hell, bro. This thing is so slow. NQ 3-bar reversal, possibly. Although NQ's moved into territory where it's like it's looking strong now. It's looking very strong and probably will target the morning highs up at 400. But at the moment, pulling back. Could be incentive for gold to pop these highs, maybe. They want to know how long on average these funded prop accounts held. Wait, what's the question? Are you long or short? I'm long on gold at 318.5. Oh, you're asking how long? I think most people hold them under. I think they said the average. I don't know. I think they said the average time people have an account. I think I saw Brett Simba say it for Tradeify CEO. He said like 14 to 20 something days is like on how long on average people have a funded account. Yeah, I mean, until we're not, we're making higher highs until we're not. This is so stubborn. Until we're not. Until this thing breaks the hell down. This is just miserable. I'm just watching NQ just run and run and run and run. And I am in the flattest market ever. This is so fucking bad. So bad. So bad, man. Yeah, I'm at the point where I don't really, I'm not, yeah, trading gold intraday is starting to just not be the move. On a real note. I mean, the longer this goes sideways and tries to hold like the higher low, but we have NQ rallying here, and this cannot continue to not break the 20s. Otherwise, we will break down. There's just way too much hesitation at this level. I think I might be off this. I think I might be off on this trade. We'll probably break 16s here. I think I might be off. Bad read on the market. We should have just bought for the V-shaped recovery on NQ. Should have just bought for that V-shaped recovery on NQ. Excuse me. Yeah, these markets have been tough. I'm not going to lie. You just gotta buy in queue and assume we're getting get that V-shaped recovery, man. It's the truth. Yeah, I think I'm wrong on this gold trade, chat. And I think I put all my eggs in one basket. And this is just an eval account. But yeah, we probably wrong on this one. Most likely wrong on this one. I think if we lose 16-15, I might blow up. I think if we lose 16, I might blow up. A nice tweezer back into the 18s would be sick right about now. I believe the bias is right too. It's just painful. Just painfully slow. It just needs to reclaim 18. Did you get funded next evals? No, man. They have a lot of rules on their website. They have a lot of rules on their website. I don't really like the firms that use like the vague word, the vague what's the word I'm looking for? Like the loose verbiage, like oh, if we suspect that you're like gamblish behavior. Like what are you calling gamblish behavior? You know? That seems so broad. They could really, you know, if that's how they're going to deny payouts, they could consider anything that they don't like gamblish behavior. It's just very loose wordage, you know? This is excruciatingly slow market. Yeah, gamblish behavior means we'd have to pay you. And it's a gamble to have to pay you, so no. Dude, there's another prop firm that just came out. I saw him on some Reddit post. Why don't you get another top step 50K? Oh, it's because I'm in a live account, man. So once you get in a live account, you only have one live account. You can't go trade combines or XFAs or anything like that. I saw this one new prop firm that came out, and their rules are so long about and they all stem off that like loose wordage vibe where it's like, oh, whimsical trading, gamblish behavior. You know what I mean? All or nothing trading. Just stupid. As far as I'm concerned, I'm paying for I'm paying for it, right? I'm paying for the eval, I'm paying the company, I'm paying the prop firm this amount of money for you to give me an account. And if I turn a profit on it, you need to pay out. You can put all the payout caps on it, on all that to minimize your risk as a prop firm. You can do all that, but I think it should be as straightforward as you give me the account, I turn a profit on it, I meet your minimum days to pay out, minimum profit goal, all that, just the basic stuff. But as far as trading rules like micro scalping and gamblish behavior and all that stuff, that's so stupid to me. Top step lockout, does it help? I think it does help. Goodness, this is torture. This is worse than this is worse than Jigsaw. You're sitting in a sideways market. It's not a good close. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like broad and vague. It's like it's loose wordage. Like you don't know what's gamblish behavior. Or they say like over leveraging. Well, then don't give people 15 minis to trade if you don't want them trading 15 minis. You know what I mean? How are you going to allow how is your thing, one of your bulletin points is trade 15 minis. And then if people trade 15 minis, you're going to consider it gamblish behavior. Then don't make that a highlighted thing that you can trade 15 minis. That's silly. Dude, NQ is not slowing down at all. 350 points. It's taking out the session highs here. We are very obviously long in the wrong market. Apex not allowing you to create an account. Not allowing you to create an account. That's interesting, man. I haven't heard that one. That's interesting. What's it saying? Why is it saying? Neo, out now. Oh boy, we might be cooked here. Can't press the next button after filling everything in. Oh, that's weird, man. You trying to do it on your phone or? Maybe try a different browser. Maybe try Chrome or something. Torture! I'm talking about torture sitting in this trade for 3 hours. Oh my god. It makes you snap mentally. It makes you snap. It really does. It makes you snap. Ah, look at NQ. NQ's 60 points lower. It's at an equal high with the morning's high, but there's some good volume off that level. Would you believe it? We're back in the green on gold. Would y'all believe that? I don't believe it personally. Okay, gold. If it's really, I know I've said it a couple times. It is now or never. It's now or never. I know I've said that a couple times. But good God, is it time? Good God, is it time? If there's ever been a time, it's right now, gold. If there has ever been a time, it is right now. You've been consolidating under VWAP for 2.5 hours. You've put in higher lows. If ever there was a time, it's now. You literally have everything you could need. When you can try Apex again, let's try like Monday. Let's try Monday. Oh my god. It's excruciating. I don't think I've ever seen a market this fucking sideways. In such a tight range. Like literally less than 5 points for 2-3 hours, 5 points. It's horrible. It's horrible, man. Should I take this out in a full board NQ? This doesn't look like it's going to hold anymore. Let the gold drop. Hey, bro. We don't want that to happen. Yeah, it does look like it wants to break down, doesn't it? It don't look good. If it can't pop into the 18s right here, it don't look good. I'm out. What's the right NQ contract here? I say we full port NQ. I'm not gonna cap. Let's full port NQ off the highs. These are just evals anyways. We'll end it with a bang. We'll end the Friday with a bang. Why not? I mean, gold is just fucking, come on, gold. Let's end NQ with a bang, or let's end Friday with a bang. We've got about $700 to draw down to our name. This should be the right account. This should copy trade if I take a trade on it. Let me take a sell just to see. Yep, they're all copy trading. Okay. All right, let's lock in. Let's prepare to full port this bitch. I wish I had the tick chart. Okay, 70's the low. Some nice selling off that high. Give me 87 and I want to scalp a sell. Or not. 20 minutes till close. Breaking the 70s. I wanted to kind of sell it off into the, yeah, I guess 85 though. This looks pretty heavy for a possible little scalp through the 50s, maybe? I need a good entry on it though. Chase it, it does look like it wants to break 55, or this low 50. This 50 level here. Okay, fine, I'll chase it. We're in 5 minis. I don't think I can take $600 to draw down or I'm cooked. Oh no, that wick just killed me. That wick just fucking killed me. It spawned. I didn't even have a chance to get out of the trade. Yeah, GG's right there. GG's. That's why we don't chase. Yeah, that's why we don't chase, chat. Who the fuck told me to chase? Dickhead. Nah, GG's. GG's. Full port Fridays. Maybe that'll be a thing. We'll get some cheap evals on Fridays and full port them. You blew my account though, bro. You blew my account. All right, y'all. Productive. At least we ended it with a fun, in a fun way, right? All right, y'all. I'm gonna dip off.